The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs, Sirius XM 168.
By the way, we got a very funny comedian hanging out with us today, Danny Polishchuk, a good buddy of mine. What's the Emerald Cup again?
So Emerald Cup is, I'd say, one of the more coveted cup events in the West Coast, if not in the country. And it's based at the gateway to the Triangle, the Emerald Triangle, as we call it here in Northern California. And it's just essentially all the growers in California come together and compete for the latest, greatest cannabis strains. So unfortunately, it's a little wet and rainy over the weekend. Of course, come back down here to San Francisco, to the Bay Area. It's beautiful and sunny and perfect, but we still had a good weekend up there and got to see all the latest trendy strains out of the Triangle.
I don't even know. Like you can grow, like you can make up a new strain.
Yeah, you like cross two different ones to make a new one.
Like mutts, like
like dogs, like or whatever, anything. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot
But they don't do that with like tomatoes and.
Oh, sure they do.
They do. Is that how they get? Yeah, that's how they get that.
Yeah, I think they do that with like banana. Like apparently bananas originally used to have seeds, and then they got rid of the seeds, and then they're like, "This is what a banana is."
No.
Now.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm dumb.
100%. Yeah, and that's exactly like tangerines, tangelos, and oranges cross. So yeah, it's something that's been.
What about pine and apple?
Nectarines.
Did they take a pine and an apple? Did they? Is that how they got pineapple? No, they didn't work that way.
But nectarines are peaches and something.
Nectarines are peaches and pears? No.
There you go.
Something.
Yeah.
It's something.
So unlike mainstream produce, it's a little more niche, it's a little more trendy.
No, I like them both. I want to explore the other ones. The fruit cup.
Fruit cup. See, they gotta combine weed and a fruit. Like if you can somehow
could they do that?
Scientists?
Can they do a weed and a fruit?
Well, so they can't do a weed and a fruit, but they can source a lot of the terpenes that exist in fruits. Like limonene is a terpene that exists in cannabis, which you can also find in lemons and limes.
I have this weed right now called Tangerine Dream, and it literally smells like fresh tangerines. It's like it tastes like tangerines when you smoke it. It like smells like it's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of, a couple of great strains that were essentially crossed over. And we're, like I said, we see trends like you guys probably even heard about the cookies. A lot of cookies came out of
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies and the like, exactly. This year it's cakes. So there's wedding cake, there's ice cream cake. Like an example, ice cream cake is a new breed it takes a gelato, which has been a pretty popular strain as of late, crosses it with wedding cake, and you have ice cream cake. So that's how you get the two.
Wait. I'm so confused. Are we talking about actual gelato and cake, or this is like marijuana names?
Strains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these are strain names. Yeah, these are strain.
Oh, I'm just like, you can just go to Baskin Robbins for that. But I mean, I seriously. Speaking of which, Baskin Robbins, if you look on the logo, there's a 31 in there and the BR. Did you know that? It'll blow your mind.
I think I didn't. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, some people don't know that, but it's cool. So wait, okay, and who comes up with these names? Can you trademark these names? Can you how does that work?
It is a little tough. There's people who have gone down that route as far as trademarking. And we've had the flip side where we've had people come after strain names that are used, like Girl Scout cookies is obviously a proprietary name to something that's centric to children. So they're getting away from it. Now they just call it GSC for Girl Scout cookies, or GG4 is another one, Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue, there actually was. That was taken to court. They settled out of court.
Who do you sue, though?
From Gorilla Glue to
do you sue?
So it's actually Gorilla Glue. You sue the genetics creator. So these genetics, most of the people that come up with these new strains do actually register the genetics in some form or fashion. So it might be with Phylos Bioscience, so they can put it on the Phylos Galaxy, which I definitely recommend Googling the Phylos Galaxy if you want to geek out at all about what strains. So a good example is that Tangerine Dream is actually, it's a hybrid between G13 Afghani and Neville's A5 Haze. So you could find that if you go into the Phylos Galaxy, and you can actually track back the genetics, who the parent, who the mothers were, and which group it came from in the Phylos Galaxy. So
this stuff's amazing. I had no idea, man. I like.
Oh yeah.
This is a big business. This weed stuff, eh? No.
It's a science, dude. And we did some tours of some friends of ours up in the Triangle. Went up to a grow way north of Garberville. And I mean, it's about 4 or 5 hours from Santa Rosa, from here, from the Bay Area. And I mean, this guy is just brilliant. This friend of mine, Johnny Ray. I mean, he knows like everything he adds. He's using, sheep manure that's feeding the worm carcasses, that is, and then going into his compost and creating the certain. I mean, it's such a science. It's incredible. It's not any different than tomatoes or tangelos or anything else we're talking about.
They should name that strain sheep manure. That might not do so well.
No, they try to go more like things that people want to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's this stuff. Lance Lambert joins us. Bovidinc.com. 2-way humidity control packs, keeping it all fresh. Lance, there was some big news this week. A couple of big newses.
Couple big newses. Hey, we got newses.
A couple big newses. Hey, come on now. What's going on with me?
Fox.
But yeah, right. But one Governor Cuomo was like, he's pushing for rec legalization in New York now. That's big news, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's definitely big news.
New York's a big place.
Had a bit of encouragement. Yeah,
It's a big place.
It is a big place.
There's a lot of fucking people there, Lance.
It is a lot of people. So being it's in the top three as largest states by population in the country, Texas and California being the others, it's pretty big. But, unfortunately, it took a bit of pressure from its neighbors, because we all know about peer pressure from our younger days. But New Jersey is on this fast track to legalization of adult use. You've also got Massachusetts that's finally coming online. Pennsylvania to the south, D.C. is already a legal state, legal district, I should say. So all of a sudden, all of New York's neighbors and close friends are all, hey, we're doing this. We're ready to make the money. We're ready to support this program. What's going on in New York? So, yeah, New York's finally kind of getting their head out and realizing they need to, get together a little more structured program for success. So that is going to happen, we're hoping, within the next year.
And then the hemp bill's going through, right? Which basically will allow you to use CBD federally, legal with the CBD.
100%. So that is exactly opposite of what occurred, is I think a year ago now, when the feds were trying to swoop hemp up underneath the Schedule 1 that is cannabis sativa. So essentially grouping it with THC and everything else. And so this is the hemp bill, as it's being called, is actually a part of the farm bill. It's just amending the farm bill to include hemp. The catch-22 that people don't really realize, though, is if going down this route, now it has Senate, Congress, everyone's good. It's just waiting on Trump's desk. Well, hopefully he won't mess it up and he'll sign it and everything will be kosher.
If he's still there by the time it gets there. But
this is true, man.
Sure, Mike Pence will sign it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's not conservative at all.
Yeah.
No, he'll give the old John Hancock.
Imagine if Pence just signs it, actually signs it, and then rolls it up and lights it. like I'm taking over, motherfucker. That'd be wild, eh, Lance?
So that's actually incorporating legalization of hemp from an industrial and textile standpoint. So while everyone's getting excited, like, hey, this is going to be all good for CBD consumers. It's good for CBD consumers if you're buying a backpack made of hemp or if you're buying paper or rope. But if you're looking for CBD as a medical remedy or some sort of attribute, then that still has to go through. That's still an FDA, not a farm bill type of conversation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is just for like the actual textile.
Wow, guys, people on Twitter are wrong. Then I follow these.
Stop. People on Twitter are never wrong, except for Donald Trump, in case he's always wrong.
Oh shit! Is there a strain called Trump? It just gets you misspelling things and tweeting a lot.
Yeah, what is Confifi? I don't know what Confifi is still. I'm trying
that should be the strain name. Oh man. So what else? What else you got? Then what else you got, Lance?
Man, so it is finally going to be quiet. Emerald Cup was our 48th event and or show for the year, May 28th. So we're going dark after this. And next time you'll see us is at the Maui Cannabis Conference in Maui, Hawaii.
Come on, how do I come there? How do I get there and broadcast? That's amazing.
Man, if you want to follow me around, that's how you get on the boat, man. You got to jump in.
There's a boat? Or is that a figurative boat?
Lance, that's so great. When's the one in Maui?
So that one is the 5th and 6th of January. I'll be out there the 4th through the 7th. So if anyone is coming out or is out there and wants to catch up a little early, I'll be around the venue on Friday, but we'll be around through the weekend speaking, doing a keynote and doing a panel speaking while there. So,
Man, you're so knowledgeable in this game. That's really cool.
hey, it's it's something I've really been fascinated. It's fun being in the .com industry. That was cool too. But man, this is something for a bigger cause. We've talked about it.
Yep.
Both of us are advocates from a medicinal standpoint and advocate from an adult use. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
More power to you. It's healthier than alcohol. It's healthier than Coke. It's healthier than any other drug out there. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely something that it's bigger than you or I or Canada or the U.S. I mean, this is definitely a global movement. So. So it's all good things to come, and we keep trucking along, moving forward.
How long until you think they make it legal in China?
Oh man, so I don't know.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but they did
We're
in.
currently executing people still for just consuming weed.
But
so.
there was somewhere else in Asia that recently pushed to have it medically, which
so
surprised
crazy
people.
strict there,
Right,
the
Lance?
laws
That
are-
was South Korea.
Yeah.
South Korea just announced that now it's not going to be the first choice of solution for remedy, but they're saying it will be a solution nonetheless. Taiwan and Thailand are both working on medical programs. But joking aside with China, again, this is where we talk about landrace strains. So landrace strains are like Durban poison, which came from Durban, Africa. So a lot of these genetics came from actual continents and or countries of origin. China is and Eastern European in general, countries and areas is where a lot of the cannabis came out of. So we joke around about China, but they produce 46% of the hemp for the entire world.
Really?
Now, hemp only has 0.03% or less CBD, but if they know how to grow hemp, there's not a big transition. You're just transitioning into quality and scale if you were to flip that switch to cannabis.
So hemp is legal in
I don't
China?
know. So hemp is legal in China as a textile. So similar to the hemp bill here. So it's 100% legal. It's a huge export for them. Great history. If you ever get a chance, YouTube has a couple of documentaries on the history of cannabis, and it talks about hemp in China and how a lot of the landrace strains actually were derived from Asia and Pacific. So
Interesting.
So it's really unique. Yeah. Now I don't see it. We were talking about this. Remember, Todd? We had a competition there. What would be the last country to come online? And
Yeah.
safe to say, I think it's in Asia. I think it's either going to be, Singapore or somewhere in the Emirate Empire. Those are the two places that are extreme conservative when it comes to non-pharmaceutical remedies as far as medical is concerned. So, who knows? But the way we're
What about
going,
prostitution?
I think it's legal. Probably more legal than weed in most of those places.
Lance, your brain is amazing. We got like the number one guy who knows everything on our show once a week, and I love that. I wanna thank you. Take this moment now because we're off as of tomorrow, and I just wanted to give you a big thank you to you and all the support you've given us and your entire team at bovidinc.com. You guys are amazing. Like, you honestly been with the show for a very long time. And like I said, we got the best of the best talking about this stuff. Every day you teach our listeners something that they don't know. And especially me, which I like the most. I'm selfish here. And Merry Christmas to you, my friend. It's really been great getting to know you.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. And definitely happy holidays, happy Christmas Day. You guys are lucky enough to celebrate Boxing Day, which I only wish America could embrace in. But happy holidays to you all. And it's been a huge pleasure, man. We love supporting you and everything you do. I mean, you just put it all out there. I got to tell you, some of the conversations, even not related to cannabis, are just so upfront and talk about some killer subjects and topics in general. So you guys are fun to work with and look forward to 2019.
Us as well, man. I can't thank you enough for doing all that, saying all that. And yeah, I just look, I just love picking your brain. I don't even know what I'm getting at, but it's so amazing. Because when I listen to guys like Lance talk, I go, what did I do wrong in life?
You didn't smoke enough weed.
Yeah. No, he's like Google.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? He's like Google. He's telling me to watch another documentary. I don't remember the first documentary about strain names. He said Phyllis. What's it called again?
No, that was the web.
Oh man, yeah, you got to Google that, man. Seriously, the Phylos, it's Phylos.
Yeah, he had it up.
Oh, Blau had it up. Okay, good. Keep it up. I'm going to watch that tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
click on Northern Nights, and it scrolls over and shows you all. Oh man,
You should give me homework assignments in 2019.
There will be like university courses, I imagine, offered in
Yeah?
like cultivation of
Yeah,
marijuana, right?
yeah.
It's a specific thing.
Mainstream universities are coming around. That's a good point. Right now, if you want to study any sort of ornamental horticulture or agriculture that's related to cannabis, most people are studying tomatoes because they have the closest parallel in the way you grow. Not in genetics. If anything, hops are more so a cousin to cannabis than any other. But still, it's tough. But these colleges are finally coming on with programs. There's places like Oaksterdam in Oakland that's been a university teaching you all things cannabis for some time.
How much is it? I'm going back to school. I'm quitting. We might not talk in 2019, Lance.
grow weed?
Yeah, that'd be the best.
You really are going to tag along, man. It's all good. Love to have you out. You definitely bring some flavor to the scene for certain. So
I'm not joking, man. I might just go work with Bovida. Do something different.
there you go.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your holiday season, your New Year's, and your bikes. Lance tries bikes too. This guy's the coolest.
Can't wait.
And then Hawaii. Wow. Thank you, my man. Really appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you. You guys have a good holiday.
Cheers. Lance Lammer, bovidink.com, two-way humidity control packs.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
You are the greatest hero in American history.
SiriusXM Canada Laughs.
Channel 168.